Well, hello, everybody. We are so excited you're here to join us tonight for our New Faces, New Places, and New Devices webinar. This is our annual spring launch webinar that we do every year, and we have some really good things this time. I'm so excited. So we have a lot of people joining us tonight. This is our record webinar. I believe that I heard we had like 100 and it's over 150. I can't remember exactly how many. So we will get started. I'm going to make a few announcements and give everybody time to get on and get going. 194 tonight. Wow. Thank you so much. Let's see here. So first of all, happy birthday to us. We will be 23 years old at About Face on March 23rd. I cannot believe that. Some days that feels like that was yesterday, and some days that feels like that's been 150 years ago. But if you want to know how long that's been, look at this. So this is my sweet family. We started the business 3 weeks after this photo was taken. So we had newborn baby Ella, we had 17-month-old Dawson, and we had 2 young whippersnappers that thought they could handle all of this. And actually, I think we've done fairly well, but that was quite a wild time. I look at that and I can still feel the anxiety creeping up my throat with all that we were taking care of. Lots of fun. I was told to let you guys know about one of our big accolades. So this is the Founders Award. Gwinnett County every year awards small business awards. And this year we won the biggie. So we were really excited about that. The Founders Award for Gwinnett County is awarded to a business that started very small, but saw the potential and had the desire to grow and keep on going. And that was indeed About Face. We have gone from our one tiny little one-room area. Those of you that know us well, Sherry Dursey was my first employee, and she was wearing shorts to work and answering the phone in the back room. And we have grown from that to a much bigger organization with the support of all these great employees. So we were very, very thrilled to get that award. And we also just heard that we were named in the top 10 in Georgia. And if I was number 10, I'd tell you we're top 10, but I'm going to tell you we're actually number 3, which I'm very proud of. In the whole state of Georgia, About Face ranked number 3 with Allergan. And they are the makers of Botox, Juvederm products, Cool Sculpting, Diamond Glow, Skin Medica products, Latisse, Kybella. I think I got them all. They have a lot of products, and we are number 3 in the state of Georgia, and we're ranked in the top 250 in the entire country is the ranking so far this year. That may even change, but we are thrilled to be in partnership with Allergan. We do love their products. I want to tell you about a few new faces we have around here. We have new support staff that has joined us with the opening of our new location. So on the left, we have Brooke Hayhurst, who is a bright young woman who has a biology degree and was a former ambulance driver for Grady. Sorry, Brooke, I had to call you out because I find that absolutely fascinating. I expect a gnarly man to come up if I am in an accident down in Atlanta, not beautiful Brooke. We are happy to have you with us, Brooke. We have Andrea Cheek, who is joining us out in our Bogart location as front desk staff and our injector assistant. Andrea is absolutely wonderful. You're going to love her, as well as Lynn Hughes, who is also from the Bogart area. I'm hoping to get exclusively to Bogart. She's helping us out in all of our locations right now. Lynn has been very active in the Oconee Community Chamber, and I find that she knows everybody in Bogart. So a lot of you may already know Lynn. We also have some new esthetician staffing. Hannah Jones has joined us. She is working in our Snellville and our Dacula location. Hannah is a brilliant esthetician, as well as Stephanie Garner, who has joined us in our Snellville location. We were getting that Stephanie is already very trained in all of our services, so there was very little training with her. She is doing great. And I want to introduce Miss Caitlin Horn. Caitlin will be an aesthetic nurse injector in our Dacula location. Caitlin is a very warm, genuine personality. I just love her. I am very blown away that she has a 3-month-old newborn at home and never seems rattled. That was not me, as you saw in the picture a few slides back. So welcome all of you guys. We're so happy to invite you all to the About Face family. You have all been excellent additions and we appreciate you so much. And speaking of locations, I see that we have a whole lot of new people here with us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited to see all of you guys that we have known for a while. So it's a good combination tonight. We have our Hamilton Mill location that is located in Dacula. We also have a location in Snellville off of Scenic Highway. That was the original location. And in mid-January, we opened our Bogart location located up at 316 and 78 in the villages of Malcolm Bridge. So we're excited to have these 3 locations, almost 30 brilliant employees. Just when we think staffing can't get any more professional, elevated to a better level, we are continuously blown away by our excellent staff. And I wanted to ask you guys a question because we have so many people from so many different areas now. We wanted to ask you guys if you would tell us which location is most convenient for you. So I'm going to put that little poll up here. And if you don't mind, I'm going to let you just pop your answer in and we'll see where everybody's coming from. Okay. Now I want to talk a few minutes about something that has really been in the news a lot lately. And I get a lot of questions in the room. And I know that this is very important to you guys. And if you're a client of ours, I feel like if you've worked with us for a while, you understand how important this subject is to us and how much we worry about this kind of thing in the community. If you turn on the news, sometimes you hear about counterfeit products and products that have been imported from Europe and Mexico that aren't necessarily up to American standards. So I wanted to talk for a few minutes about that, just to kind of give you some things to think about. Some red flags that a practice might not be using product that is authentic and might be counterfeit. Pricing that's too good to be true. I will tell you, I'll talk about that a lot because I might have a client that comes in and says, my girlfriend is going to a place and they're doing Botox for $7 a unit. And I just don't understand the difference. And quite honestly, I don't either, because if I did that, I wouldn't have a business. Pricing that's too good to be true, you really have to be concerned about that. If there is a promotion and we're getting assistance from Allergan, or maybe we're using a Galderma product and getting assistance from them, that might give you a little extra coupon and we would tell you where that's coming from. But it is very hard for us to reduce the prices and maintain the quality of the setting, but especially buy the authentic products. So do be very cautious. If it's too good to be true, usually it is. Lack of original packaging or labeling. So when you go into a room, sometimes we will have our syringes set up on our little Mayo stand or on our counter. But if ever you're looking, you will see the authentic product in the room. This is a Botox vial. It hasn't actually been reconstituted yet. It still needs to be mixed up. But this is an authentic Botox bottle. And this is an American-made Juvederm box. You'll see the lot numbers on the end. We actually have to record the lot numbers of Botox and injectable fillers when we inject them into you. And that stays in our storage in your record on our electronic records. In case there's ever a recall or an issue, we need to be able to pull that lot number and notify you that we have a problem. That is something that you do in medicine. I used to do it with breast augmentation clients when I was a plastic surgery nurse. So there's a whole lot that goes into record keeping with these products. No visible Allergan or manufacturer logo. And as I said, you will see Allergan all over the products, on all of their products, or Galderma, whomever is making those products. There are several that are FDA approved in the United States. We're an Allergan family. We love Allergan, use a lot of their products. Unusual or incorrect storage. Botox has to be stored in the refrigerator. I told Sam and Kelly before we started tonight to make sure that I put this back in the refrigerator when we're done, because it cannot be left out. We do store our filler in a locked cabinet under air-controlled settings. Non-medical setting. Now, you can do Botox off-site. We actually have a mobile malpractice policy that we can go off-site and do our treatments. But if somebody is set up in their home or set up, you just have to be careful about that. I'm not saying that that is not legal and not right, but I'm just saying be cautious if somebody is not in a professional setting. You do have to think about that. Lack of proper credentials and training. All of our providers are certified. We have all their documentation posted. You're able to see all of that. The provider hesitates to answer questions. You should have an open book. When you're going and letting somebody inject product into your body, you should be able to ask all of your questions. There should be no hesitation in giving you the proper answers. No documentation or consent forms. That is a medical practice. Sometimes it's annoying how we get your photographs and we get you to sign consents, but that is something that is mandatory in a medical practice and whenever you're using these types of products. And when they do not purchase from the manufacturer, that is an interesting story that happened a few years back to a colleague. And what had happened is the front desk was getting these offers coming in. It was on a fax machine. That's how long ago it was. And they thought, oh my gosh, this is a great offer. And it was a third party who was actually importing the product from overseas. And so that always stuck with me, how that front desk person didn't realize that was illegal. And they quickly figured that out and got that under control. But we have a very strict process here for how we order our products every day. The counts are taken in the treatment rooms, and we let Sam know, and Sam puts the order in every night to Allergan through their website. So we have a very strict ordering and very strict receiving process here at About Face. I just wanted to show you, this is kind of interesting because in doing this, I had each location take a picture of the filler cabinet for you and the refrigerators with the Botox. And you can see that we keep a lot of product in stock. We're constantly using our product and turning it over. There are no old expiration dates. If there were any that we happened to come across, they would be disposed of. We wouldn't be using that product. One thing I was very proud of us that I caught in this photograph, if you look in the bottom center of this, you see our Hylenex, which is an emergency medication. I'm going to knock on some wood that we don't ever have to use that. But if we were to ever have a problem with injectable filler, we have the emergency remedy to break that down. I think that's another question you need to ask your provider. The Hylenex should really be in each location that is doing the injectable treatment. We keep those vials in the refrigerator at each location. So that is just another good thing for you to know in the background. So we're going to be talking about some of our new babies tonight with you guys, but I just wanted to let you know we have a lot of things for you to pick from. So outside of the things we're talking about tonight, we have chemical peels, we have diamond glows and hydrofacials for skin exfoliation. We have our Vivace radio frequency microneedling, Botox and filler, of course. We have the Excel V Plus for reds and browns in the skin and our Snellville and Dacula location. We have PRP. We do a lot of PRP restoration for hair growth and for skin rejuvenation under eyes and so forth. We have our original non-surgical facelift. That was the OG that got us on the map, where we use microcurrent facial toning to lift and tighten muscles. We have facial and brow services. We have hydro needles, the medical version and the esthetician version. We do dermaplaning and we have sclerotherapy. And we also are top providers of cool sculpting in the state of Georgia. I just wanted to mention that because there are a lot of people on a weight loss journey right now. There's a lot of great medications out there. And the people that aren't taking medications, I find there's a lot of people that just finally got their act back together after COVID and losing weight. And sometimes we are left with some little fat pockets. We're talking weight loss every single day here, because in the weight loss journey, sometimes people will have, laxity in their skin. They'll see more wrinkles and fine lines, but oftentimes they have little pockets that are left over. It's like, well, I've lost all this weight. I can't lose this little pooch here or my arms or my tummy. Cool sculpting is such an excellent option for those little fat pockets. Just real quick, I had cool sculpting done in July and I loved it, starting to see it, but I kind of forgot about it. So over Christmas, I thought, oh my gosh, I am doing so good this year. I am not gaining weight. My pants fit. I'm feeling good. And I got on the scale and realized I'd actually gained 7 pounds over Christmas. What had happened is my cool sculpting result was coming in. So my stomach, where I have been treated, was flatter, but I had gained some weight, and I could tell when I put on the New Year's Eve dress, I had actually gained some weight and could see it in my arms and in my thighs. So it wasn't overcompensating those areas. It's just that my stomach was then smaller, and I am still enjoying that. So it does work very well. Here is another slide of a woman who just had a little extra in the tummy that she wanted to trim down. So just remember us for cool sculpting and all your other needs. When you start hearing us talk about lasers and devices and all these things, you get excited products and think, oh my gosh, I need that. And then you hear the next thing, it's like, oh my gosh, I need that. I don't know what I need. You're not supposed to know what you need. We're the professionals. We are happy to help you with that. Consultations are always free for existing and new clients. So just let us know. Just say, hey, I'm not sure what I need. Let me come and talk to someone, and we will get you in. We'll talk to you about your lifestyle, your budget, your downtime, all these different factors, your health concerns, number one, and just make sure that you're a good fit for whatever you're wanting to do. And we'll put together a plan for you. No plan is set in stone. You can say, well, I think I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. And we will put together something for you that will fit your concerns, your budget, your lifestyle, your downtime, all of that. I always like to mention our Sidestep program. So Sidestep is our oncology aesthetic services. We call it Sidestep because we're taking a little sidestep from normal life to get through cancer treatment. And we have a huge graduation celebration whenever you ring the bell on that cancer and you can get back to your normal treatments. We have dealt with so many people over the years that have had a cancer journey. And after a few years of saying, oh, let me put together a special facial program for you, we thought, why are we not doing this for everyone that's going through cancer? It's so hard to get your hair appointments. You may have lost some hair. You may not be getting your hair appointments. Oftentimes it's hard to get a massage because providers just don't want to hurt you. They don't want to do something that would be harmful to you. And so we have gotten our aesthetic staff oncology certified. We have an oncology provider at each location. We have strict parameters for that. They can have no illness within 48 hours of the appointment. They are certified to know what you can do. We get medical clearance from your doctor just to make sure that they know what we're doing and they're okay with it. And those facials are provided free of charge. And that funding is provided by you, our clients. And so if you ever see that we're having an event and we have a ticket price, the ticket price is actually a donation to our Sidestep Oncology Fund. And once we have an event, About Face will see what was raised for the event and we will match those funds. So that's how we keep that fund going and strong in the practice. So if you know anybody that is on a cancer journey that would benefit from our Sidestep program, please let them know. We would love to see them and take care of them. I also want to mention that we're actually going to start our spring sale tonight, a few days early for you. Every March, we do a 15% off of most all of our products and services. There's a few exclusions, and there's some that have an even greater discount for you that we're going to be telling you about later on tonight. But it is a fabulous time at About Face March. Everything just goes alive, and it feels like spring has sprung, and we love it. So we do allow you to bank your services if you're new to us and you don't realize that. So if you want to call and order your Botox for the next time, maybe for the next couple of times, you're welcome to do that. We put that in your account and keep record of that. So when you come in, your provider will know she has 45 units of Botox, or she has a Diamond Glow or 5 Diamond Glows in her account. And we know that those are already paid for. And when we check you out at the desk, they just go ahead and take that out of your pre-bank purchases.